Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 7 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Vivian Pena. Vivian, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it and could not do this without you. So we think you're awesome, of course. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Okay, so when we left off yesterday, the house guests were way overplaying before the power veto competition even happened. If you haven't already watched yesterday's spoiler, I strongly advise you to pause this video, go and watch that one, and come back because there's a lot of crucial information in there and we just don't have the time today to go over all of it again. So just check that out. Just like a really quick tying up loose ends thing. Kayin's game is unraveling. Adam, Sam, and Chelsea all really want her out now as a result of yesterday's activities. Kira is threatening to tank Kayin's game if they don't win the power veto because Kira feels like Kayin is kind of the reason why they're up on the block. Dane very much still wants Kira to go, but at the same time, he's kicking around the possibility of backdooring Sam this week, and Sam is worried. She feels like she could be in trouble, and she should be worried because unbeknownst to her, Adam had this conversation with Dane yesterday in which he made it seem like he might be open to the idea of getting rid of Sam this week. I don't know what the F that was. I don't know if that was for real or he was just like playing along with Dane or what, but it's crazy. Okay, so they did have the power veto competition last night. It didn't start until like 8:30, but it went pretty quickly. The feeds were only down for a few hours, and the players were Kira, Maki, Chelsea, Anthony, and Adam. You'll notice that Dane is missing from that list. Apparently, the HOH is not going to get to compete for the power veto anymore. Not a fan of that. I'm curious to see how BB will explain themselves with this, but I don't like it. So anyway, Eddie was the host. I don't know what the competition was at this point, but we do know that Adam won, and it sounds like Maki came in second. It sounded like it had some sort of athletic element to it, and everybody's freaking out now because Adam just like destroyed. So anyway, when the feeds came back, Dane was trying to smooth things over with Sam. They were chatting in the have-not room. I love watching conversations in this room because just like it looks so weird with that backdrop and like the lighting and everything. I love it. So Dane is like, I keep telling everybody don't venture away from the day 5 plan, which was to get rid of Laura the first week, check. Get rid of Kira this week, maybe. And then get rid of Corey next week, no. So Dane is like, yeah, everybody needs to stick to that, and if the veto was used this week, I would have put up Damien. He's lying! He was planning on putting Sam up, but he says everybody likes Damien so much, he would have been safe, and then I could have gotten rid of Kira as planned, assuming Kira was the one that was still up on the block. But anyway, Sam is like, okay, well, I'm sorry for jumping the gun and freaking out, but no one was looking me in the eye. It all felt very weird, and like she could tell that things were different even with Dane, and she was like, I can tell even now, like the way that you're interacting with me is so different than the way you were before the veto. Yeah, that is a huge clue. Do not ignore that instinct because that is accurate. So anyway, Dane is making it seem like Sam was so paranoid and freaking out for no reason. This is just like when guys are like, oh my god, this girl is so crazy, like my ex is so crazy, blah blah blah. But like 90% of, or 95% of the time, these women are only acting crazy because the guys did like horrible things to them and treated them like crap, but whatever, that's for another day, another video. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, you can't really blame Dane for trying to cover this up, but at the same time, Sam is not crazy for feeling the way that she did. So Sam promises if she wins the next HOH, she's not going to put Dane up. And she says she will win. She is manifesting this. So almost right after this conversation, Dane has a quick chat with Damien, and he's like, all right, just a heads up, I did tell Sam that I would have put you up as the replacement nominee, but I only told her this to calm her down. Obviously, the plan was to betray her. Oh, that is messy. That is messy. First of all, when you use the term betray, it kind of gives it away that you're like sort of working with her, right, in order to betray her. Also, you're just telling all these potential plans to more and more people. You're leaving a huge paper trail behind yourself. It just seems stupid. So Dane apologizes for dropping Damien's name like that, but he says, Sam put me on the spot and I had to give her a believable name, and if you were up on the block, like, nobody would vote you out, so it's fine. So Damien's like, all right, it's all good, don't worry about it. So then Dane also mentions that apparently Sam's celebration when Adam won POV was cray-cray because he said she jumped so high that her crotch was in Adam's face. This is like some sort of new patty cake game, like she jumped so high, 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 her crotch reached the sky, sky, sky. I mean, really, that's what it sounded like. But then Anthony and Adam had a game chat in the bathroom area, and this is a crucial chat for the rest of this week. And also, how do they both fit in the same room when both of their egos are so big? So Anthony reveals that after the POV competition, Maki was in front of a decent-sized group of people, and he said, we have to win the next competition, because if we don't, Adam is going to kill us in every comp. We gotta take him out. So, yeah, maybe not the best idea to tell Adam about that, but Anthony says, I'm gonna work on this situation, like, we don't have to worry about it, don't worry yet. He wants to make sure that Maki isn't able to pull other people in, so he says he's gonna go full throttle on Estee and Kiki so that Maki can't get to them, and he's gonna tell the girls that, yeah, Adam's a huge comp beast, but we should keep him around because he's a huge target. So it's kind of like a meat shield for other people. And he's telling Adam, you're a monster, but everyone's scared of you. That's good. We're going to use that. You're untouchable. Don't worry. Untouchable? Please. So Adam is like, all right, well, now that I've heard that Maki wants to take me out, we should send Maki home this week. He's up on the block, so why not just get rid of him now? Because he says if Maki wins HOH, he's going to put me up on the block with Sam, and that's going to suck. And then on the other hand, he feels like Kira is way less likely to win HOH. Not as much of a threat. So he, again, like earlier in the week, wants to take Maki out. So Anthony says no. We should still keep Maki this week, follow the plan, let's not cause chaos, and then we can take Maki out next week. So Anthony says that the 4 pretty boys are going to meet up and discuss it. But Adam is still like, yeah, I think we could easily get rid of Maki this week if we want to. And Anthony is like, I have a plan, don't worry. They're not smart, they're scared, we're in complete control, it's all good. Okay, so then Estee and Dane had a game chat in the HOH bathroom. Estee's got to be really careful. She's got to be really careful about who she is sharing her targets and plans with, because she thinks that Dane is with her and Kiki, but Dane is pretty much with everyone, right? So she's got to be really careful with that. Estee reveals that she wants Adam out so that the competitions will be more fair. Okay, again, why are you saying this to Dane about the guy who just won power veto? It's not like Dane can do anything and like take Adam out this week. So even if you thought 100% Adam was with you, I just feel like it's not the right time to be saying this, right? There's a time and a place for everything. I feel like in Big Brother, there's a time and a face, you know? There's certain faces that you should not be sharing things with. So Dane is like, I think we should wait until double eviction night to take out Adam. He thinks it's going to be like the 5th eviction or something, because he's like, even if Adam is HOH going into that, he won't be able to play in the second one, and then we can take him out. Unless he wins the veto. But Estee says, yeah, we don't even need to wait that long because I know of a few people that would like to put Sam and Adam up if they win HOH, as in like the next one. So Estee says, worst case scenario, Adam wins this next HOH, but then they're thinking, you know what, maybe we can convince him to take Corey out next week because that's part of that day 5 plan. Boo. So they're like, maybe we can get Adam to put up Corey and Kayin, because now Kaylin's stirring up a lot of stuff. And they think maybe we can use it to our advantage. So Estee also brings up, you know, he won't be able to play in the next HOH, so then we can strike. Is that what Dane is going to want, though? It's tough to say because we know that Dane has this super fan connection with Adam, and obviously they're in the Pretty Boys Alliance, and Dane wants to, like, create a legacy with that. But does Dane want to win? Because I think it's going to be a lot tougher for him with Adam around. So I don't know. Maybe he would make a big move and try and get rid of Adam. Well, not him personally, but if somebody else wanted to. All right. Meanwhile, Kayin was strategizing with Maki and Damien. And it is so bad. Like, so bad. So Maki says, all right, Adam is probably not going to use the veto this week, but that's fine because he feels like he has the votes to stay, so they're just going to chill, and then it's HOH time, and that's when the real fun begins. So Kayin is like, well, let's think about this. Why would you guys not just give the HOH to Adam next week? We already know what the plan is. Everybody wants Corey to go, so next week is like a wasted HOH. Whoever wins is going to have to go with what the house wants. So why not give it to Adam? He'll do what the house wants, get rid of Corey, and then he can't compete next week. This is where I would insert the Michael Scott gif where he's like, no, 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 no. Why? This is so stupid. This is like, it's awful. First of all, why would you assume that the HOH is just gonna do whatever the house wants? No. Also, Kayin does not realize that she and Maki are Adam's biggest targets right now. So by giving by giving Adam the HOH, you're saying, here, take me out. I'm done. Wow. So Maki is like, I don't know, the plan to take out Corey would really have to be solidified. Just stop. Just stop. No, this should not even be an option that you're thinking about. Just stop. So anyway, the Pretty Boys meet up in the storage room sans Adam. So it's Mark, Dane, and Anthony together. And Anthony's like, all right, guys, I'm going to be real right now. I think I made a bit of a mistake. I probably should not have told Adam what Maki said earlier about needing to take him out, because now we know that Adam loves to react before he really like thinks about things. So he wants to make sure that Adam is not going to overreact, and he's going to stick to the plan. Get rid of Kira, and then they can take out Maki next. So it seems like Mark and Dane both agree with this. They want Kira to go this week. So Anthony's like, all right, I want to talk about something else too. I've noticed that Adam gets super jealous when Mark is around Sam. Yeah. So he's like, Mark, I'm going to need you to go full throttle with Sam. Make her love you. Do more of what you're doing, because then Adam is going to think that Sam isn't really into him. He won't care if she goes or not, and maybe we'll be able to control his emotions more. No. What? That's not what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Adam is going to get super pissed at Mark, and you're going to break up your own group. Come on. So I just think this is another really poor plan, but they seem to be into it. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to do that. It's going to be awesome. In other news, they also agree that they want to work on Corey because she can be a number for them. They don't necessarily want to take her out next week, even though that's what Dane keeps preaching to other people. Okay, so in closing, this discussion ends with Mark saying, one thing that unites us, pretty boys. We're too pretty for this. Okay, so this morning, The campaigning is lit, y'all. Oh my god. If you thought it was crazy before the power veto, you know it's gonna pop off now. So just a reminder, it takes 6 votes to evict this week. So Kira is feeling a lot more optimistic after this power veto competition because Maki did not win the power veto, but he had a really good showing. So they feel like now people are gonna be threatened by Maki, definitely more threatened than they would be by Kira. So Kira's gonna try and use that to their advantage with campaigning. And now Kira knows that Adam, Sam, and Chelsea are all campaigning for Maki to go. So that's 3 votes right there. Kira also had a long conversation with Eddie, campaigning to him, and it wasn't a no. Eddie said, if you can get all the other votes, then you have my vote as well. So that brings them up to 4, and I don't know. Kira's definitely feeling a lot better than the day before. So Dane still definitely wants Kira to go. And he's telling his allies, I already gave my word to Maki. I don't want to go back on that. I don't want to cause a lot of distrust in the house. I don't want to, like, ruin my reputation here. So he's telling them Maki is a threat. He's a good target to keep around. You know, the whole meat shield thing again. We can use that. Okay, so it seems like still Mark and Anthony are on Dane's side and they want to get rid of Kira instead of Maki. But you know, Adam does not feel the same way. So then Eddie and Kayin had an interesting game chat. Kayin is still pushing, I'm sorry, but it is a dumb plan, to let Adam win the next HOH. And Eddie's like, oh yeah, that just seems too risky. Can we really trust that the HOH is gonna go for Corey? Also, both of them have final 2 deals with Corey. So is that really the best move for them? Even if it was sort of a bogus deal, they have talked to her a good amount. So wouldn't you want to, like, try and keep her around? But they feel like Corey is hiding something. I guess Corey made some sort of comment to Kayin that this week feels different than last week. I don't know the exact context of this, but I mean, if you think about it, this week is a lot different for Corey than it was last week. But to Kayin, this means, oh, Corey was watching us in like a secret room all last week and she knows things, so that's not cool. So then they were like, we feel like Corey has deals with everybody, and they compare notes and realize, whoa, Corey made a final 2 deal with both of us. Oops. And they laugh about it. But they also, this is interesting, they also both claim that they did not agree to the deals that Corey offered them, which is hilarious because we got those receipts, which we'll see in tonight's episode. But they don't want to admit that to each other. So anyway, Maki and Adam, oh, this is crazy, guys, sort of. Maki and Adam chatted in the have not room. So Maki starts off by congratulating Adam on his POV win. And Adam's like, so do you feel threatened now? Because I won that. Weird flex, but okay. And Maki says, no, not particularly. I still feel the numbers are on my side. Do you consider me threatening? And at first Adam says, yeah, of course. But then he kind of backs off and he's like, I mean, no, like, we've just never sat down and talked like this before. So I don't know what your plans would be if you were to win HOH. You know, I don't know what to think. So they get into the whole classic conversation of, I respect you as a competitor. Like, we're 2 of the best competitors in here. We should just, like, keep each other around and duke it out. You make me a better player, blah, blah, blah. So Maki proposes a pact of sorts, a secret one, of course. They wouldn't go after each other. If one of them were to win HOH, they could check in with each other every few days and, like, compare notes from opposite sides. So that's all great, but, like, is it for real? Probably not. After that conversation, Adam told Sam all about it, and he was like, yeah, I was just trying to cover my butt with Maki. They still want Maki out this week, but if he does stay, Adam wants to make sure he's gonna be safe. So at the time, Sam was like cleaning up Adam's eyebrows and like doing some sort of makeup or something, I don't know. But Sam lets him know she's not wearing underwear. And then Adam starts losing it. So to quote Shark Tank, and for that reason, I'm out. Okay, the power veto ceremony should be tomorrow. It doesn't look like Adam's gonna be using it. So I guess that plan to backdoor Sam is dead. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this campaigning is gonna unfold for the next few days. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.